Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Dial Tactics. I'm finally getting around to covering the Charlotte Dungeon event after it's been out since Wednesday morning. Yeah, Wednesday morning after the maintenance. So I finally beat it last night. I said I was going to sit down. I was going to frickin' conquer this mother fracker. And I did it, so I'm making a video on it. So let's dive in. So first let's start with you free to play, okay? All right, free to play. Let's pick a free to play team that has bonus heroes. Let's try to do the best we can. All right, so let's scroll on through. Now, who do we got? We got Cormac. We got Rosie. And then we got, Ralph, he sucks. These ones all suck. We don't want to use them. So let's just do that. Let's use him. So this is level 10. Is this going to beat it? I don't know. And then who should we run to? Who should we run? Activates in story and arena. Probably don't want to run Cormac. Since this is kind of a dot team, you're going to run Lance. By the time, unless you've just started, you probably got Lance. Cormac's big old damage dealer. Now, Lance obviously has a lot of dot synergy with these two. Not a lot of healing. Are we going to need healing? I don't know. Now, I was able to get more bonus points because I pulled a Vivian. So what we're going to, or not a Vivian, a Charlotte. So what we're going to do is we're going to run this team and see if it can do this. And then we're going to pop in their old Charlotte. Because I do believe I used Charlotte and these. So let's not use that much vigor. Or not vigor, stamina. So this is stage 10, and this is for you free-to-play people. So let's pick out our, since now we can do this. Let's try, no, let's rely on Cormac. Because this whole dungeon is built around AoE and dot heroes because Charlotte is an AoE hero that has synergies with dots. And the new dungeon is built around AoE mechanics and dots. So they push these events for every second new hero release, and they are not for the faint of heart. I did not finish Series Stage 10 hard last time because I just didn't have the nuts. I didn't have Iwaret. Yeah, that would have helped, but I also only had like a 1 copy series. I had a C0 series or a C2, I think, or C1. And Nika wasn't out yet. It was a really, really, really tough battle. And I couldn't do it, so I didn't do it. So let's start this one off for the free-to-play. This is Stage 10 Easy Mode. So target the boss. I've got 0 heals. You might need heals. Yeah, spiders are going. Even with the speed lead, we're suffering. So whack, whack, whack. Look at that chunky damage. Oh, oh, there we go. And dead. And dead. So you free to play. You could probably get through this fairly easily. You could probably not even run Lancelot lead. Although Lancelot lead, if you have him, will work. But you can use Rosie. You can use Cormac. You can use Anguish to get some of those bonus points. Now, I was able to use a team up until, I do believe, 6. I think I was able to use, I did have the new hero, and I was not running, I think I was running Rosie, Cormac, the new hero, and a healer. But let's just see what this team can do against Stage 7. Boom, boom. Are we going to be able to beat it? I don't know. But look at all those nice, juicy dots on all these units. Boom, boom. No, they're hurting us, though. They're hurting us. They're hurting us. Okay, you're dead. And more dots. Let's extend those dots. Boom, boom. I think we're good. I think we're good. You know, we don't have a healer on that team, but was it needed? No. It was not. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's a fairly easy team to use. And if we look at my Lancelot, and that was up to what? That was stage 6. My Lancelot's nothing crazy. He's C3. He's C3, so this is a fairly okay team. If you don't have Lancelot, or if you don't have Frost Cormac, if you don't have Fire Rosie, you know what? Then you just started the game, and I'm sorry. Get as far as you can and farm points there. I cannot make a video that is a catch-all for week 3 free-to-play and current endgame players. I can't do it. I'm trying to give you some options, because after this stage, it gets really hard. It gets really hard. So let's use, starting at, let's just pick a random. Let's do stage 9. Now let's use a team more akin to what we would want to use to beat it. So let's go. And I know this is going to be pay to win area. This is going to be pay to win time. So we're going you. We're going Morgan. We're going to go Morgan Fire. We're going to go Fire Anya. And then we're going to use another healer. No bonus points. No bonus points. But I'm going to show you what I did. So stage 9 is the one that I was farming for points. So what I did is, this is the team I do believe I used to farm this dungeon. So it was you. Was it Cormac? I think it was Cormac. And then I went something like this and this. So I'm not getting a whole bunch of points, but I think this was able to get me a lot of these trophy points. Because believe me, you are going to want to get all these trophy points. Yeah, so everyone has their skills set up. So let's try this on stage 9. Stage 9 is going to be a little tougher. Look at, we got all these great old shamans. Remember them? Remember them? They've got, look at them. They've got all this anti-crit. So as we get closer to the last fight in this dungeon, it's pushing you towards the same team that you would use to beat the high-level porridge dungeon boss. So let's keep going. Anya's should hit. Cormac does a little bit of damage, but also remember, my Cormac, he's frost. The wind are going to hurt my Cormac. And he's going to do less damage against them, specifically because I also have him built for crit. So probably a better unit to bring in here would have been, say, Fire Rosie. But we'll just run this. Yeah, Cormac's not doing us any favors. See? Decent damage. The new hero is built to bypass, just to do straight attack and not have to worry about crit reduction. My Anya has really done nothing, though. Heal her up. I don't think Charlotte has even died yet. Wham. You see, we are killing them, though. Now Anya's in the game. The reason why they're picking on old Cormac is because they're going after him due to his elemental affinity. Still damage. It's not critting, though. And they haven't killed old Charlotte yet. So, not an entertaining fight by any means. Especially not with Cormac in there. But they are dying. It's just taking forever because they're not attacking my Anya. Like, they're attacking Nika and Cormac almost exclusively. So this guy over here died of shame. And, you know, you get the point. You get the point, right? So the reason why I wanted to cover this stage, and I wanted to use 2 of the heroes with bonus points, is because let's go talk about the shop now. We're going to end this video by talking about stage 10, how to beat stage 10. But this shop is, thank you, game. Thank you, developers. Thank you, Netmarble. Thank you, Kabam. These dungeon events are really becoming so excellent because they just put such good stuff. The last one, which was Ceres, had some not great relics, but you know, you should be farming this every day to get the relics because it seems like that's what they're the game plan for them now. Now, every time they do these dungeons, they're going to put in some legendary relics, some off-base legendary relics for you to pick up, and they really went all out. Iwaret Flame, his best relic, or her best relic. Anya Wind, her best relic. Freaking fantastic that they're giving you a free way to get these stuff. And then 5 legendary memory stones and the 5 rate up summon tickets. Those are good, but really, these should be your priority. So you have to farm. You do have to farm this event. You have 2 weeks, 10 days left at the time of this recording to get this dungeon down. So pick the highest one you can do. Try to use the whatever bonus heroes you can. So what? Cormac, probably not ideal there, right? 20%. You could probably use Rosie, who's 25, and do a whole lot better and get some more bonus points and do it a whole lot easier. And if you look, my Charlotte is only C1. You're going to be pulling during this time anyway. If you get a copy, you build her up, you know, build out her resources. You see mine is only awakened 3. She is level 60. Her relic is level 60, but it is only awakened 3. This is her gear. She's got an attack set and then the new set from the new dungeon, the safeguard set. But if you don't have that, if you can't farm that dungeon yet, you can just put on like a life set. Or since she didn't even die in that run, you can put a crit set on her. Because she can crit until she dies. You can do more damage with her. Although you saw at this stage, crit's not going to do you any good. You can't crit these units. You just got to pure brute force damage them. So here's a team. I know you're probably not going to have a ice Anya, but if you got, or a fire Anya, you might not even have a Nika. You see, my Nika's not that highly developed either. Just figure out a team to beat this. Use Rosie. Let's take Anya out. Let's just take Anya right out. So fire Rosie, obviously good. If you have, say, like a Lancelot, a fire Lancelot, I'm hoping you do, because Anguish is meh. But look, we're removing Rosie. Let's try this without Cormac and without Anya. If you have a low-level Nika, if you have a copy, you should have her built up. If you don't have some of these units, just pick a lower level and farm that one. I showed you a free-to-play-ish team to farm level 6, but level 9 and 10 is really where you want to spend the bulk of your stamina to get the most bang for your buck. So let's see how these guys do. And then we'll go show you stage 10. So you see they're all dotted up. And you see they're all crit resilient, and they're all attack speed resilient. So you can't affect their attack gauge. So you can't really bring in a Morgan to control them that way. You see they have attack gauge decrease immunity. So they're really trying to prep you for the Porridge Dungeon with this one. Right? Crit resistance, a lot of it, and attack gauge immunity, which is what the boss has in that dungeon. So you really want to bring in high just base attackers and daughters. So now they seem to be going a lot more for my Charlotte because Fire Affinity, Fire Affinity, Fire Affinity, they're all weak against these 3. So they're going to be putting their stuff into Charlotte, which is good. That's what we want. We want to show off Charlotte. This is her event. So they will likely kill her now, and we want her to die. Hook of Death, really, really great. Whole lot. Look at this guy's got just like 200% crit immunity. That's insane. Boom. This run went even better. and we don't have Fire Anya. Kill her. It's the only time I'm hoping they kill one of my team. There she goes. She's dead, and now she's back. Now she's the peacock lady. She's the peacock lady because she's got the good old plumage. Let's flip over to this camera view because now we can stare at her nice plumage. But are we even going to need her? No. Here we go. Big hit. Was it that big? Not really. Not really. It was all the Rosie and the Lancelot show. Boom. And Lancelot's going to finish him off. Boom. Dead. All right. There's a team for you. If you don't have Fire Anya, which I know the majority of the people watching this video will not have it, there's an option. Let's check out the battle stats. Let's pull that down. Let's move my head then. Okay, so you see, it's pretty, Charlotte did more damage than Rosie, but it was really the dots on Lancelot that did the trick. Really the dots on him that did the trick. So there's some options. Hopefully that helps. And I know a lot of people watching this video is like, well, I'm screwed. I don't have any of those. I don't have any of those built. I only have like 3 level 60 units. Well, you know what? You're just starting the game. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the fun. Then build up your roster. You'll do better on the next one. So after this event ends, then we're getting just a summoning event. You don't have to worry about it. But then, so a month from now, you'll have another one to play with. A month from now? Less than a month from now. You'll have another one of these to play with. All right, now let's talk about Stage 10. I said I wasn't going to make this video until we had Stage 10. This was not the team I used. I'll show you the team I used. It was Nika Lead, and this is going to be pay to win. I'm thinking all of these Stage 10 of these hero event dungeons are pretty much pay to win. You have to be or high developed free to play. I'm guarantee you there's free to play that are doing this. But the team I use, and this is not the only team that can do it, is this team right here. And the last one was Jillian. I found the extra heals were nice. Now, I am not actually going to show you this fight live because it takes way too goddamn long. Takes too long. So what I did is when I was doing this, I actually recorded some footage. So let's go over and let's look at some recorded footage. All right, we're over here now. So you see, we're starting this fight, the exact same team that you see right down here, right? Exact same team. The boss is at just over half full. That's when I press the record button because I didn't want to make this too long of a video. You see, it's not that long. It's only 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes. But I don't want to keep you here all day. I just want to show that this team works. So here we go. So, oh, sorry. That's a Wind Morgan. That's a Wind Morgan. Why? Because it does all this nice, juicy defense down and this big old attack, damage taken buff. Putting all that defense down lets Anya come in here and just raffle stomp. Now, the reason why, this is why I have, you see right there, I have Jillian. Why do I have Jillian? Because for some reason, given that she's wind and they're all wind, they don't want to attack the fire units. They just want to kill my Morgan. They just want to make her dead. And if she dies, we're screwed. So I brought in Jillian to help with the turn meter reduction on all the bosses. The boss is turn meter attack gauge disruption proof. You can't do that, but I liked running Fire Morgan in the dungeon to keep these guys down while I pew them. And I found that the Jillian does the same thing enough while I have my Wind Morgan in here putting defense down, which is killing. And I did run this run this with a Lance instead of an Anya, and I think that worked as well. Whenever I bring Iwarit in here, they seem to target her as well. So I just want to show you this run, and then maybe we'll play around a little bit. For the people that want to stick around a little longer, we'll play around with some teams over on the live. So how this goes is I'm not attacking the boss. I think I'm running this on auto. Because you see they're attacking the ads. But every time they hit, that Anya fire counterattack is just money. It's just melting them. It's just completely melting them. Let me move my mouse so we're not triggering the bar at the bottom of the screen every time. And you know, Nika also does AoE damage, so she's going to be contributing. Morgan does okay damage for having an AoE on the S2 in Wind. So there we go. We're starting to kill the ads. Flame On, you just took a big old chunk of health off her. And this is pretty much how the fight goes. You see my team is nice and healthy. You know, that hit from Nika actually did okay damage. Counterattack from Anya does the majority of the damage. You see all the ads have that crit damage reduction buffs. Crit's not going to help us here. Crit is not going to help us here. The defense down helps, though. The defense down helps. So if you have a more developed roster and you want to farm stage 10, and you can just put it on repeat and leave the room because these fights take forever. So if we had, what, 3 minutes on this recording, we were just over half. Let's just call this a 6-minute fight. You see, we're taking all of these enemies down kind of simultaneously. So eventually, Anya's just going to do her AoE, and we're just going to plow through this boss's damage, this health bar. So one thing maybe. You see right here. Pause. See how the boss is kind of targeting us with this charge attack? If we don't kill some of these ads during the charge attack, you basically get nuked. So keep that in mind when you're doing these boss mechanics. It's the same boss mechanics as the dungeon itself. But I just wanted to highlight that right now. We got a minute left. So do we kill anybody here? Oh, you see now I'm putting it in manual. And I'm putting it in manual because I'm trying to buff up my Anya. And then I want to use my Anya's S3. But I don't have to because we killed stuff anyway. So now you see I go and I put it back in auto. So because here's the nuke. And you know what? They still killed her. They still killed her. I think if you get down to this point of the fight, she kills someone regardless. But you see, we kill the boss and it's done. So all that messing around, putting in a manual, didn't even do nothing. So there you go. Get clear. Take your one-time clear rewards. And if you want to farm it, and you have that team, now you can farm it. All right, let's go back to the main screen here. Okay, we need a little bit of vigor. I'm going to spend some diamonds for you guys. You can tally ho if you don't want to watch some just me dicking around. So we're going to use that as the word of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, that is pretty much my video on the Charlotte Hero Event Dungeon, how to beat Stage 10 and free-to-play options, semi not free-to-play options, and then Stage 10 is definitely not free-to-play options. Put tally ho down in the comment section below. That'll let me know you made it till the end of this video. I thank you. You can now leave, but if you want to stick around for a little bit of testing, we can do that. So I appreciate every one of you. Tell me what you think down in the comment section. Put that word down there, and yeah, let's stick around. Let's try removing Anya. All right, because I think that's going to be the sticking point. Most people are going to have Fire Morgan. We're going to attempt Fire Morgan now. We are going to bring in Lancelot and see that if Lance and his dots can do the work. We're going to try this Wind again. And we're going to check what we got. Yes. S3, S2, S3, S2. We're going to see if we can't dick around with some options. We're going to try Lance, and then we're going to try Iwaret in here. So we're going to go start battle. I'm not going to go repeat battle because you see I could do repeat battle, but I would make sure that I'm not prioritizing the boss because the boss takes a whole lot of reduced damage. This fight's all about killing the ads. So let's see if a Lance team on auto can get it done as well as easily as that Anya team. because dot damage is really, really, really effective in this dungeon. So a whole lot of dots on the board. Eventually the boss is going to cleanse these dots, though. Keep that in mind. But every time they take a turn, which... Pause. So, this is one of the benefits of running the Wind Morgan here, if you're especially running Lancelot. Because we want the enemies to take turns to trigger the dots. I'm losing my voice. I'm losing my voice. Morgan Wind is going to put the defense down. And Lance's damage is going to do a little bit more damage. Nika's damage is going to do a little bit more damage. Morgan's damage is going to do a little bit more damage. But we're also going to be keeping the enemies doing taking more turns so that they can trigger that dot damage. So let's load them up. Now, is the boss going to clear all my dots? Nope, she is not. So they're taking more turns. They're dying. No counter-attacking Ain, which I'm really feeling that right now. But so far, we've almost got through our first round of ads. Now watch the boss just cleanse them. Yep, there we go. She cleansed all the dots. She cleansed them all. And we're already like 2 minutes, or we're over a minute and a half into this fight. But now they're starting to die. The thing I question, though, is without a dedicated damage dealer, are we going to get nuked here? Because we have to kill that one right there, that low health one. Like right now. Otherwise, we're going to get nuked. We did. So there you see, we only took about a third of our health bar in damage. If you didn't kill an ad during that charge attack, we would be reduced down to about 10% health bar. So there's a little bit, I'm going to say there's a lot of RNG in this fight. Because if you just aren't doing well at the time of that charge attack, you'll just die. You'll die. So, oh, look, they're going after my Morgan. She's getting kind of low. The sun's getting real low there, buddy. But between Nika and Jillian, we're going to heal them all up. And we're going to be right as rain. They sure like picking on my Morgan. But we got a Nika. Lancelot, not doing the dots. There we go. That one's killed. No counterattack. I'm really missing that counterattack. So we are 3 minutes into this fight. And we just now got her down to half health. So we are kind of actually roughly on par speed-wise that we were with the Anya team. Because that fight was about a 6-minute fight as well. The good thing about having Jillian on this team too is that she can clear abnormal status effects, which you see we had a lot of silences on our team. She will help to mitigate some of those silences. Alright, where are we at? That one's dead. Alright, we are... It says 12 minutes behind my head, which means we are 4 minutes into this fight. You've been watching me for an extra 4 minutes. But the team is still staying relatively healthy. I'm kind of hoping that she does a charge attack now, because you can see that we got some low units. But I do believe her next charge attack is going to be the nuke. So we're going to be losing someone here quickly. Let's see. So, charge attack. We did kill a unit. Now, who is she going to kill? Who is she going to kill? Who is she going to kill? She's going to kill somebody. Who are we losing? We're losing Morgan. Okay. That's going to make things a little bit more interesting. But... Morgan was there for the defense down. Between Lance's AoE and his dots, we only need to kill about 2 more of these ads. Lance just targeting the boss. You see, she put the silence down, and Jillian cleansed that abnormal status immunity. So we are up to 5 minutes. So we are actually on par with the last run's speed time with Lancelot versus Morgan, or versus Anya. Now, what we don't want to happen here is we don't want them to cleanse. We need to kill one more ad. One more ad. And we got this guy over here with all the dots on him, just waiting to die. Waiting to die. And then the boss cleanses. You notice the debuffs going down too? Crit rate decrease and crit damage decreases. See Lancelot? And he's also got the vigor down debuff, which they're trying to get you to use Charlotte, because she doesn't use vigor on her attacks. So, what are we at for time? We're going to kill her. We are definitely going to kill her, but we are now 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And we're losing you. So, will we beat this now? Let's go target this guy over here. Actually, we want that one to take a turn. Let's target the boss. Come on. Take a turn. Take a turn and she's dead. Take a turn, take a turn, take a turn, take a turn on me. Set you free and the boss is dead. Alright, alright, alright. Dialer singing. Caught on camera. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, that team works. Not as effective. Definitely a lot slower. We went through 2 rounds of those executes. So now let's try it with a very low chivalry flame Iwi with a really crappy S3. Look at that. 1 out of 4 because RNG be damned. 1 out of 4. But we're still going to try it. We're still going to try it with a low level Iwi. Let's go. And then we're going to wrap this video up. How do we do? So you see we got a lot of marks going up there too. Or we got 2 marks. Oh, sorry, not a lot. Boom. Decent hit. Decent damage. So now we don't have any dots. Her little cleanse move is going to basically just waste time. We've already got 1 ad down pretty low. And they're still targeting Morgan because Morgan is the only wind character out here. Which is why, again, we need 2 healers. Oh, now they're targeting Iwi. Unfortunately, my Iwi is built for a lot of crit, and crit damage. Ad number 1 down. And it's still a decent damage coming from Iwi. And all these defense down buffs or debuffs, those don't get cleansed. The boss will just cleanse dots. So right there was the dot cleansing move. Basically wasted a turn. Decent damage from Iwi. That was a 50,000 hit. Oof. Morgan's getting down there. Oh, and now it's nighttime. Ooh, good shot. So here comes, there we go. We killed the ads during this charge phase. So we aren't going to take a whole lot of damage on this hit. Boom. Remember, the fire Iwi fire relic for Iwi comes from this event. Good. Oh, don't kill her. Don't. Oh, that could have been real bad. That could have been the end. And there we go. It's over. So it didn't work. It did not work. We're gonna wrap that up right there. We're gonna forfeit that fight. But you saw it was working until it wasn't. It was working until it wasn't. So there's just some options for you for stage 10. Free to play if you've stuck around just because you like the sound of my voice, especially when it sings in raspy tones. I'm sorry, free to play. You know, you're probably not gonna get this. Don't fret. I didn't pass stage 10 of the last hero dungeon event either. It just sometimes it's not in the cards. But the benefit is you can come up here to like stage 9 or even like stage 6 or stage 8 and you can farm those. You use some of the other heroes to get some bonus points. You saw you can use Rosie, get some bonus points. If you pulled some Charlotte, get some bonus points. But please, 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 farm this dungeon. Get these relics. Please. If you like this game will make you like it more. Or these relics will make you like it more. So we're going to wrap it up now. 35-minute video, true to dial-R form. Tell me what you think down in the comment section below. Remember that safe word of the day is tally-ho. I don't care how you spell it. Put it in the comment section. It'll let me know you made it to the end of this video. Blast me in the comments if you want. Till next time, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers, peace, bye-bye.